Okay. Before we get started, any good news?
My stocks are doing good.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
Yeah.
Amen. Praise God and amen.
Yep. Amen.
All right. So, um, my good news is I finally got my car fixed. It's
Awesome.
I spent about $5,000 fixing it, but it's road ready. I already came from Atlanta. I spent a couple days in Atlanta. Road smooth, very smooth,
Okay.
great ride. And I'm gonna be putting a whole lot more miles on it, so I'll get my money's worth.
Right. Right. Right.
And then last month was we call it Monopoly month. So
Right.
now I know you got stocks. Did you sell any of your stocks last
I
month?
did not. I have not sold any.
Are you still holding? Okay.
Yeah, I'm holding.
Cool. All right. So then what happens is when you hold those stocks, either gonna grow, and most of them will. Now my heads up to you is because now they're starting to tell the truth and the lie.
Mm-hmm.
If they start telling a whole lot more truth, those stocks
Mm-hmm.
go down.
Okay.
Now, how long they're gonna be down for? I don't know, but my suggestion to you is you might want to start cashing out of some of them.
Okay.
You might want to start cashing out of some. Not all of them, but just the ones that you feel like, it's kind of like when they start really telling the truth. And March, I told you, March was the month. It's called March Madness. That's what I'm calling March
Right.
Madness. This is the month when they got to start telling us what happened in December. And a lot of it's going to be good because people are still spending money around the holidays. But then some of it's going to be bad because a lot of people couldn't spend with so much money because they ain't had the money to spend.
Right.
And then not only that, but we dealing with this year stuff. So now they looking at January, February, people that did what they supposed to have done as far as money wise, debt wise, and they're already saying like 10-20% of America late on their credit cards. That's not
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
that's not a good sign. So
Not
yeah,
at
so
all.
the truth is coming out. So when all this truth start coming out, and then they saying not a lot of people can't afford to buy houses, so
Right.
that's not good. So a lot of this truth is starting to come out, and then you got the first quarter will end the end of this month. So then now once they close the books on March, April's gonna be like, all hell gonna break loose. Oh man, everybody broke. It's oh man, yeah, it's gonna be a mess. The first quarter is gonna tell what's going on with people money, and most people just spending more than what they
There they
make.
are. They just spin, spin, spin.
Yeah, and I was watching the news. The government trying to cap the maximum they can charge on late fees on credit cards.
Oh.
So yeah, it's normally $30 to $50 if you pay your credit card late. The government's saying no, the highest you can go is $8 per. Oh Lord, I mean $8 is still a lot because you late, but I
Right.
guess it's better than 30. So
Yeah, I would say that. I would say 8 is better than 30.
hmm so yeah, and they know.
Maybe it will make them not be late, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, if you ain't got the money, you ain't got the money. But
And give them what you don't have.
you know, so yeah, and obviously, if the government trying to do something about late fees, there must be a whole lot of them being paid.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
That's a
So,
good point.
like I said, it's coming. The truth is coming out. So, you got about 1 month to play, but next month, just be careful. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
hmm Okay.
Wow.
All right. So while we here, Emmy, I bought this stock before, and right now it's on sale. You see what it says? New 52-week low. That means it's on a super sale. That's what that means. So you can load up on that at 50 cents. Oh man, oh Lord, it's a whole lot to buy at 50 cents. Oh man.
Oh gosh.
Oh Lord. I need to find me some money today. So if I bought 1,000 shares divided by 50 cents, that's 0.50 times 1,000. There we go. That's $500. Yeah.
Wow.
If that thing goes up by 10 cents, so
Yeah,
10
you would make your money.
times 1,000, that's $100. Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah, I need to find some money today. Oh yeah. 52-week low? Oh man, yeah. I
Yeah,
look, I
if
matter of
I
fact.
bought another 25 shares, it would cost me $12.50.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
a steal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another 25 would make me have 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, and bottom line, like I said, I will hold that thing for about a week, and all it's gonna do is jump up and down. I mean, I've been watching this thing for a while. I've been jumping from 60 to 70, like every other day. So for it to be at 50, you know for a fact,
Right.
you're gonna win something. You're gonna come out ahead. You just hold it as long as you want. When you look
Yeah.
back over the last, we're looking at last 5 days. Last week it was 57 cents, March 1st. That was last
Wow.
week.
That was last week.
Then you go back to last month. Uh, we at, yeah, 62 cents.
Yeah.
So you know it's gonna go back. So that's a 10 cent, difference. You know it's gonna go back too. I mean, that's even on the low end. Yeah, so that's an easy $5,200. You bought a couple hundred shares. So, all right, so got some homework to do. All right. Okay, so this would be, I call it March Madness because college, March is college basketball tournaments all going on all month long. So I'm just adding it to the financial part. So our financial March Madness, put like that.
Okay.
And March has 31 days. We got a
Yes,
long.
it does.
So
So,
going back to the theme here, what we always teach, my econ, personal financial success. Now, before I start, we did have training Saturday where you want to call Saturday.
no, I was at work Saturday.
Okay, all right. So I jumped on because I was busy Saturday in Atlanta doing stuff. I think I was in my car putting out signs, but
Okay.
I got on and I jumped on the marketing, the online marketing
Okay.
part that they had 8 brokers in the group. So I was listening to John Pettifer, and he was talking about, he said, when you marketing online, it's just like any business, you got to run commercials, just like McDonald's. McDonald's
Okay.
don't play one commercial and that's it, expect for you to eat.
No.
No. Every minute, every time they go to a commercial, you're going to probably see a McDonald's commercial.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what he was saying is, if you're going to market any business, no matter what business you're in, my econ or whatever, you always want to be running commercials. Okay. You want to be doing it on a regular basis every day, every few hours, or whatever it is. You got to be consistent. I agree.
Okay.
When I market my business, I have signs in my car. Everywhere I go, I got signs in my car, and people see them.
Right.
That's marketing. When I put the signs out around town, people see the sign, they call, and the
Right.
signs stay up literally for at least a week or two. That's marketing.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you in any business, especially if you're trying to grow your business, you're always going to be thinking about ways to market. Now, the new way or the easy, cheaper way is to market online, but then now you still got to get it to a platform, which is Facebook, YouTube, was it X? X used to be Twitter, stuff like that. You just
Mm-hmm.
got to learn how to market on those different platforms. And that's what they were talking about Saturday, how to market on those different platforms.
Okay.
So it's on my to-do list. I just haven't had time to do it. But bottom line, I do have a YouTube channel where I market on YouTube. So, okay. All
Now I
right.
have a question. What happened to the Spanish lady that you met?
She said she wasn't interested at the time.
Okay.
But I can always follow up with her, and I'll probably do that after tax season.
Okay. Okay.
After tax season, because I get so many calls, I only try to deal with the people that's serious.
Right.
Like
Right.
when I put out those signs in Atlanta this weekend, I started Saturday morning, and then I put some more signs out Sunday, and I tried to put some out Monday in Alabama. I just didn't have time because I had so much stuff to do at Alabama because I was house shopping. I ain't had time. I just didn't.
Okay.
So bottom line, I got calls, and I returned the calls yesterday, and a couple of people picked up. I talked to one guy, he just needed some advice, so I just gave it to him. And then I
Okay.
talked to another guy, he told me I took too long to call him back. I was like, well, you called me on the weekend, I called you on a Tuesday. I mean, hey, there wasn't nothing I can do because I was on the road
Okay.
Monday. So hey, I'm sorry, hey, there wasn't nothing I can do. I was on the road. So,
Right.
and I'm not gonna call you some weird hour at, late after, 7, 8 o'clock at night. So he just was mad because I didn't call him fast enough. Okay, great. So, when you marketing, it's just a lot of stuff that goes on. But bottom line, what I will do is I'll probably call him in a week or two and say, hey, look, did you get the help that you was looking for? And if not, hey, I'm here.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Follow up. Man.
Right.
So yeah, that's what you got to do when you're a business. You got to market and you got to do customer service and you just got to call people back.
Right.
Follow up. That's what it's called, follow up.
Okay.
All right. So there's 31 days in March. So the question is, what are you invested in? Are you buying any stocks? And you got bonds and you got all kind of stuff you can invest in. What are you going to put your money into to grow your finances? Then you got debt elimination. If you got any debts, they say the credit card debt in America is all-time high. And that's true. That's why they said people paying their credit cards late because the payments on those credit cards are getting a little ridiculous.
Right.
So if you're going to do anything, you really want to try to focus on paying down debt. That would be a good strategy. As you can see, debt 4, part of the My Econ strategy we teach is debt elimination. Okay. You need to know who you owe, how much you owe, and when you're going to pay them. And the best strategy, really, what we teach is pay them every week. Now, my wife, she likes to pay every day. Okay, fine. Okay. How you do it? You just need to do it.
Right.
Okay. And then the last part is money management. Okay, I talk to a lot of people that make a lot of money and they still broke.
Right.
I'm like, well, what day you gonna stop? What day you gonna stop that nonsense? Okay.
Right.
And really, it don't matter how much money you make, whether you make $10,000, $20,000 or $120,000 or $200,000. The $1 million question is, what did you do with the money?
Right. Also, how much of it are you keeping?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just spending it all?
Mm-hmm. And the majority of people, what the main issue is, they just not managing their money.
Yeah.
Managing your money requires you to sit down and look at all your bills. And trust me, that ain't fun.
Yeah.
It ain't exciting. It ain't. But bottom line, that's the issue. You got to sit down and figure out how many bills you pay a month and what can you do to reduce them.
Right.
Okay. So for example, I got car insurance. My wife has car insurance. We had to sit our butt down, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, and we said, we not giving y'all $500. Nah. We're not giving y'all $500. We're gonna give y'all three. I think we got it down to like 350, 400.
Okay.
We had to sit there, log into an account, and play with the policy to see what we can do to lower our rates.
Okay. Okay.
My insurance, they sent me this bill. I pay $80 a month to Direct Insurance. They sent me this bill for $126. Oh, hell no, y'all not getting $126 from me. I'm going to do some homework. I'm going to go online and see if I can find a cheaper rate. You know, that's what you got to do with all your bills. All of them.
It's true.
So if I was to lower my insurance, instead of me giving away 126, if I gave away and got it back to 80, what's that, 80, 90, 120? That's like $30 savings. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you want to save $30? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with your internet, same thing with your cell phone, same thing with your groceries. Oh my God, I just came from the store. You know how much money I spent at the store this morning?
That store is vicious.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Now, what we do is we try to look for the buy one, get one free.
Yes.
That's what we do. A lot of buy one, get one free because I bought some apple juice. It was $4.
Woo!
Well, buy one, get one free. All right, great. I got 2 for $4. That's a lot better.
Yeah, it is. It is. At Eddie's store last week, they had Eckrich sausage. Buy one, get one free. So we got to buy one, get one free. Then they also had bottled water, three 24 packs for $10. So that was a steal right there too.
Correct. So you bottom line, you shop when you can save money and shop when stuff is on sale.
Yeah, right.
Makes sense. Okay. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about increasing your cash flow. In other words, you're being a smart consumer.
Right. Exactly.
There you go. So now with the money that you're saving on grocery shopping, let's just say if you save $20, what do you do? And that's the problem most people have. What do you do with the $20?
Right.
Okay. Now you got really two options. Either you're going to save it or you're going to invest it.
Right.
Or really three, you're going to spend it on something else, like buying some other stuff. Okay. So then my philosophy, and this is what my econ teaches is, we say, look, you probably want to do a little bit of everything. Okay?
Right.
So maybe
Exactly.
you might want to tuck $10 away into your emergency fund. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe you might want to take $10 and put it towards and your stock or investments, retirement account or something like that. Okay, fine, doing a little bit of investing. And then maybe you might want to take $5 or $10 and then pay off a credit card. Use the $5 or $10 to pay off a credit card. Okay. Bottom line, either way you win, because now if you reduce your credit card debt, now you got less credit card debt. So now you're not giving all your money to the credit card company every month.
Right.
Okay. And then if you took the money and put in an emergency fund, now when emergency happens, you okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, last month when I came back from Atlanta, my car broke down. Well, thank God I had an emergency fund.
Thank God.
That's what it's for. The emergency fund is supposed to keep an emergency from turning to a disaster.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So if anybody that's watching this call is recorded. So the suggestion I teach, and I give everybody homework, you got 30 days to get this done. The first thing I want you to do, and this is the first step to get rich, is an emergency fund. You need to have at least $100 to $500 stashed away somewhere at all times, because an emergency is gonna happen whether you like it or not.
That's true.
Whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen.
That's true.
So you can put $100 in a cookie jar, $100 in your mattress, $100 in your saving account, $100 in your checking account. I don't care where you got it. Just have it just for an emergency. Now, because of the world we live in, most of this stuff is done electronically. So what I would suggest you do is do a little bit of both. So you might want to have $100 stashed away in your checking account, just because, like when my car broke down, the truck driver really don't want to take cash. He wants a card. Okay.
Right.
Now,
Right.
I gave him a credit card, but as soon as I gave him the credit card and used the credit card, I just paid the credit card right back off. Okay.
Right.
That's what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you want to have cash because, technology breaks down, if you somewhere where you can't swipe your card, or, you don't have access to your bank account, you want to have cash. So I tell everybody, do a little bit of both. So maybe you might want to have $100 stashed away in your checking account, and then have $100 in cash stashed away at the house. Okay.
Okay.
Just in case. You never know.
Never know.
Okay, because the world we live in is strange.
Yes, it is.
And then it wouldn't hurt just to have some cash in your wallet, because you never know. You might go to the store and the machine is down. When I went to Walmart this morning, I had a big old sign that said no credit or debit card. That's what it said. So I couldn't go to that machine, but I went to another one.
Right.
So it happens. Okay. So you always just want to be prepared financially. Okay.
Okay.
And then the last part I got here, since we are in the month of March, I got fasting and praying. In January, a lot of the churches did the Daniel fast. Okay.
Yes.
Great. That was good if you did it. And then they do different variances of fasting. Some people fast TV. I was watching Good Morning America. They was fasting their cell phone. I'm like, look.
Okay.
I don't know. They did it for like a week. Good luck with that. Yeah. Then I think in February or January, they did a dry fast, or no alcohol.
Okay.
Not drinking any alcohol for a whole month. Okay, whatever you need to do to better yourself.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
Right.
So I fast normally. I call it Fast Fridays. So I'll fast the whole day from like 5 to 5.
Okay.
What I'll do is just drink. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if I get hungry, what I'll do is I might eat a piece of fruit, or eat something that was we call it what God made. So it came from a tree, nuts,
grew in the ground,
like that. Anything that God made, you can eat if you get that hungry. Okay, fine. Look, you ain't gotta kill yourself. All you're trying to do is just change your habits. That's all. Okay. And the key to fasting and praying is you want to, instead of you eating, you're supposed to be praying or reading God's word or doing something spiritual. because you're relying on God for your source of energy.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I do normally when I'm doing fasting and praying or on those fast Fridays, I'll just listen to more sermons. Like literally, I'm having a whole day of sermons. T.D. Jakes, John Gray, some of the pastors I listen to locally. I was watching the guy from Transformation Church, the black guy. I can't think of his name. He did a sermon last Sunday and he got his haircuts cut on stage.
You talking about Todd?
Todd, here you go. Yeah,
Okay.
Michael Todd, yes.
Okay.
His last sermon he did, he got his barber to cut him on stage. Now, he liked to be real dramatic, but
yes, he does. He does.
He's entertaining. That's the best way of saying it. He's very entertaining. And he's talking about the word and the stuff he says makes sense. And basically, when he was talking about cutting, he was talking about how God cut you. It hurts, but it's for your good.
Okay.
Okay. You ain't had to get a barber to cut you on stage to prove that point. But hey, okay, fine. That's what he wanted to do. Yeah. It was good. And then he had this guy come up there with dreads and he cut his dreads off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in front of everybody. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So, bottom line, what we're trying to do here is, I always say, whenever you put God on anything, you always win.
That's true.
God on anything, you always win. So, when you talk about money and finances, it's a lot and it's stressful for a lot of people. But I say, look, if we fix this problem, now we can do better.
Yes.
We can do better. When I went to Atlanta, I was visiting a friend of mine, and he's having a lot of financial issues because he lost his job. I was like, look, been there, done that, dude. I've been there. But hey, bottom line, you just got to find another one. That's how it goes. You just got to find another one. And really, the whole thing is, the whole principles that we teach is, okay, well, did you have an emergency fund? Because bottom line, that's an emergency. You ain't got no job, you ain't got no money.
Right.
You have anything saved up. He did. And he said, he remembered. He's like, Sean, I remember you taught me that I need an emergency fund. And guess what? I had to tap into it. I was like, great, at least you had it.
Thank God he had it.
He's like, that was one of the first things he taught me. He's like, matter of fact, I had put my money in a Fidelity account and I didn't know where the card was at. So I had to order a new card and everything else, but the money was sitting there because I couldn't get it. I was like, great.
Okay.
That was great.
Yeah, that was.
Congratulations. Thank God you had the money there.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. So now he's still working on getting a job. So what he did in the meantime was he said, look, I got a car. Let me go do some DoorDash. So he was doing DoorDash to generate some extra income. Okay, great.
Okay.
Now it ain't the money he was making before, but bottom line, it's a good start.
Right, it is.
So these principles that we teach, they work. They work.
Yeah, they do.
All right, it's tax time. So are you ready? Are you ready? It's tax time. Look, my phone rings.
Ready as I'm again.
All day, every day, texts, emails, all that stuff. So what most people do during tax time is they file their taxes, and then sad to say, when they get their tax money, the money's already gone.
Okay? Yeah, that's true.
Spent. Okay.
They spent it before they got it.
There you go. Correct. So and I'm like, look, okay, well, before you blow whatever it is, and I've been doing taxes for the last couple of weeks. The average refund is about 3 to, I would say, 5. That's the average right now. Okay, 3 to 5,000. Okay, so then take a guess. Take a guess at what people do with their refund money. What do you think? What's the first thing people do when they get their refund money?
Either buy a car or a TV.
That was.
Okay, what are they doing?
The thing to do. But the problem you got is most people got plenty of TVs. They already got plenty of TVs. And then the problem they have with a car is if their credit ain't good, they can't get the car without putting down some ridiculous amount of money.
Right.
And then remember, the cars are so high.
That's the truth.
Car note is ridiculous. So unless they buying a paid off car or something on Craigslist,
right,
fine. But if they buying a real car with a real car note, it's kind of hard to deal with. By the time you finish paying the car note, which would be about $400 or $500 a month, and the insurance gonna be about $200-300 a month.
Yeah, cars are ridiculous. That's what they used to do. So what are they doing now?
So now the thing is, okay, let me pay down some credit card debt because they know the credit card's kicking their butt.
Yeah, that's
You know.
true.
So now they paying down the credit card debt because they overspent for Christmas.
They
What they did.
did.
And then now because they trying to get caught up on their bills, that's the issue. Most people trying to get caught up on their bills because they behind on their utility bills.
Mm.
And then they trying to get caught up on all the other bills. All the other bills would be, remember the what is it called? The when you can't, well, Walmart, you can't if you can't afford to put on your credit card, they put it on the Affirm. There you go. Yeah, put it on
Oh
the
yes, the firm. Yeah.
Okay, well, it was laid on their Affirm accounts, and now they're trying to get caught up on that. And then they maxed out their credit cards, and now they're trying to pay the credit cards down. But good luck with that one, because what most people do is when they pay them down, they max them back out because it still ain't
Right.
put together a plan to fix their finances.
Right.
And then they trying to get caught up on either their car note, because they 2 months behind on their car note. The friend I was sitting down talking to in Atlanta, because he lost his job, well, guess what? He got behind on his car note.
Wow.
So then what he had to do, thank God he got nice parents. His parents loaned him the money.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, son, I'm gonna give you $500-600. You know how much his car notes are? He got 2 luxury cars.
Oh wow.
Cost $1,000 a month.
Mm.
So he borrowed the money from mom and dad, and now guess what? He waiting on the refund to come in. Remember, this is what I'm telling you what's going on. I just had this conversation Saturday at McDonald's. I just had this conversation. That's how I know. So now he's behind on his car notes. Thank God his parents loaned him the money to pay the car notes so they don't come repossess it. But now when he get his refund money, he got to pay his parents back. And then he had to pay the car notes and the insurance. The insurance is $500.
Woo!
And he get his refund money. That's what
That's
going on. There you go. He ain't the only person.
No, he's not. He's not. It's a lot of it out there.
Yep. Now, at least, like I said, we had a conversation. He had the emergency fund, but bottom line, emergency fund was only $500, so they ain't gonna cover everything. But it's a good start.
No, it's not.
It's a good start. Okay. All right, and that's what's going on. So most people, when they get their refund money, they trying to get caught up on everything. That's what they trying to do. Okay. Great. And obviously, if he ain't got the money coming in, he got to get caught on light bills. He behind on that, internet, cable, all that stuff. So basically, just gonna use that money to get caught up. There you go. That's what's going on. And no more car buying. Now we got plenty of flat screens. They giving them away. You get a flat screen for $200. They giving them away. Go ahead. Right. So that's why you got to sit your butt down and come up with your strategy to fix this mess. And like I said, it ain't fun, it ain't exciting, but trust me, once you sit down and do it, now you better financially.
Right.
Now my friend still got to get a job, but hey, bottom line, he'll find one because there's plenty of jobs out there. The question is he going to make the same amount of money or something close to it? Yeah, they out there.
Wow.
All right. So, tax time. Do you have your tax forms? Most people, by now, they should have most of their tax.
Yeah, I have it. I have mine now.
So then now the question is, if you're going to do, I would say a lot of people, what they got is they got a job and they call it a side hustle. That's what they got. Really. That's what's going on with a lot of people. And most people's side hustle is Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. That's what I'm seeing a lot of people doing those part-time businesses because they need some extra money. Why? Because they need it. They got bills to pay.
This is true.
So then now when you do the side hustle, okay, which is fine. I mean, I don't care what you do, as long as you be smart with the money. That's all I care about. So when you do the side hustle, you're supposed to keep a track of your records. So just to show everybody that's on the call, because it's recorded, when you join MyEcon, you got this thing called the cash flow. It's called the cash flow manager. And basically what it does, it helps you keep a track of your business records. Okay.
Right.
So we're going to plug one in because like I said, I was at the store this morning and gas prices are going up. So what I decided to do this morning, I said, look, I got to fill up my car because that thing holds 30 gallons and, filling up a 30-gallon tank, That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And when I get to half a tank, I try to fill up. So I was at half a tank, and I was trying to get it before they jacked up the gas prices. One gas station was still low, so I went there this morning. So that falls under transportation, gas, and oil. And then this morning I filled up my tank and I filled up my wife's tank. So this morning mine was $41.25, where that was at Walmart, the bar. Florida. And then the credit card, I always put the last 4 digits, 0337. Okay. That's today. And then I will put down, that's it, for gas. Okay. And then you hit categorize so you can see it. And as you can see, these are all the expenses I had. Let's look at last night, which was the 5th. I took my wife to the movies.
Okay, what did you guys see?
Went to see Migration. The little
Okay.
duck movie. It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole movie theater, Charles Sims. Okay. And I spent $25 at the movie theater. And now
Okay.
I pay for a movie pass.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cost of the movie pass. $25. Okay. That's what
Okay.
we were doing last night. And then see that gas so far this month, since the 1st. We 6 days out and I already spent $184 on gas.
Mm. Wow.
That's only because I was traveling. I was out of town.
Right.
Okay. All right. So then let's plug in the next one. That was my car. So now let's plug in the wife's car. Transportation, gas, and oil. That's today. I had to go back and do hers. And they didn't give me a receipt, but I know it was $25. And that was at Tom Thumb. And that was Gulf Breeze. Okay. Credit card, 0337. There we go. All right, so just today you had 40 on 25. I'm already at $60 in gas today.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm at 209. Now we just getting started. And I know probably before the month is out, I'm gonna be somewhere close to maybe 400. Because I probably still got some more traveling to do.
Right.
Okay. So around here, gas is about $3. So
Okay.
when I was in Atlanta, it was actually a little cheaper in Atlanta. Atlanta was about $280, $290. The way it works in Atlanta, if you pay cash, it's cheaper.
Okay. Okay. Some places here in Baltimore it's like that. If you pay cash, it's cheaper.
Yep. So hey, you know me, I'm trying to manage my cash flow, so I'm always have some cash. Remember I told you it's always better to have cash with you too?
Yes, you did.
That's another reason why. Yeah. You save some money. There you go. See, these strategies work. You just gotta apply them, that's all. Okay, so bottom line, what you're supposed to be doing on a regular basis, I wouldn't go outside of a week plugging in your expenses because you'd be done forgot.
Right.
Like with me, when I was traveling in Atlanta, I didn't have time to plug in my receipts and my expenses. So when I came back home, Tuesday, Monday I couldn't do it because I was busy Monday. But Tuesday morning, I sat my butt down here early Tuesday morning, and I plugged in all my expenses from my trip. That's what I had to do.
Right.
And then you see here the hotels I stayed at. The hotel cost was $237. You know, and that was pretty reasonable because normally when I stay in hotels, about $100 a night.
Yeah, that is pretty reasonable.
Ain't bad for 3 nights. I stayed there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That ain't bad. Okay. All right. So the next thing is talk about records, receipts. So just for time's sake, the general rule is anything less than $75, you're gonna need a receipt. So as you can see, what some people do is up to you. On the MyEcon thing here, you can actually post a picture of your receipts. So for example, right here, let's do the hotel. Right here, see what says upload a new image, a new receipt image. You can actually post a picture now. If you got your phone, so there's an app you can download to your phone. And then you just pull up the phone and just take a picture of the receipt. You can do that on your phone if you want to. Now, with me, I don't do that because I sit in front of a computer 10 hours a day. So
Right.
and most of your receipts are all PDF files or digital files. I just, if I need to save it, I just pull it up. But bottom line, my bank statement is going to show where I spent the money. That's good enough. So majority of the time, you really don't need a receipt. My suggestion to everybody is swipe your card.
Right.
If you just swipe your card, the
be a
bank can
record
be
of
your
it.
best friend.
Right.
Mhm.
Because it'll show
Remember, anything less than $75, you don't need a receipt. So, most people, you ain't spending $75 at the gas station. I hope you ain't.
I hope not.
Now, from when I fill up my car, it probably gonna be close to it if I'm on E. If I'm on E, yeah, but bottom line, I'm swiping my card. Okay, the bank got my back. Even with this for the hotel, guess what? I put on a credit card. Credit card statement gonna show it. Okay, I don't need the receipt. Now I got it just in case, but I'm fine. And see what the IRS does when they audit you, they trying to catch you in a lie. Well, why am I lying? I got better things to do.
Right.
What am I lying for? You see this? You see, I put down what I did. So, Mr. Lattimore, okay, you got this expense. It was more than $75. It was $100. What did you do? I was at the Hampton Inn in Atlanta, Douglasville. I took a trip to Atlanta for tax customers and put out signs. And that was in Douglasville, Georgia. Here's the credit card statement. Bam, I pulled my credit card statement. Bam, okay, Mr. Lattimore, go home. That's what I did. There you go. Okay. And like I said, I wouldn't go a week because once a week passed, you be done forgot what you did and what you spent.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. And this is what we call being audit proof. So if the IRS asks me for anything, all I gotta do go on my website on the IRS at the IRS office. All right, Mr. IRS officer here. Log in, we can look at it. It's right there. Makes it a lot easier.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that's the cash flow manager. And then on my website, now what the cash flow manager does, you see here where it says annual report. I have some customers that actually do this because they actually pay for the cash flow manager. They might not be in my econ, but they pay $10 a month because I get a check every month for them buying it.
Okay.
So they buy just along the cash flow manager, which is I think it's $10 or $11. I think it's $10.95 now, something like that.
Okay.
Sold one last month. And they give you the first 7 days for free just to try it out.
Okay.
Okay. So at the end of the year, see what it says annual report. You click on that and it shows all your expenses for the whole year and it breaks it in each category just like this. The whole year from the January to December, the whole entire year. So then when tax time comes, you just give me that little form and bam, it makes my job a lot easier. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, go ahead, Wendy.
Need 29.29.
All right. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, no problem.
There you go. Okay, so my suggestion is, like I said, we in March Madness, and we talk about keeping a track of your expenses, staying on top of your finances. So do that if you haven't done it. And then the next thing is, since it is tax time, on my website, which is taxdale.net, and I try to make this stuff easy and I try to make it a little fun. So on my website here, I got the tax forms, and then I actually have something called January through June monthly expense organizer. So if a lot of people I do come across, they don't have the cash flow manager or they just haven't kept good records when it comes to taxes. Okay, fine, don't worry about it. I got your back. I got you. So you click on this here where it says click to download. And I created a form for you to plug in your expenses for your business. Okay. I broke it down from January all the way through June, and you just give me the total there. Okay, how many miles you did, how much you spent on auto repair. Oh Lord, I know my numbers for if I'm filling mine out right here. In February, I spent $5,000 on auto repair. Gas, oh, we just talked about that. For the month of March, I'm already at $200. I'm gonna be about $5 before the money's out because I'm probably gonna go out of town again. Auto insurance. Hey, them jokers at Direct trying to hit me for $126. I ain't even trying to give them that, but I'm gonna shop around, see what happens. Okay. And most of the time, the auto insurance and bottom line, most people's bills are pretty much the same every month. Like
Right.
my auto insurance is normally $80. It's normally $81 and change. It's the same every month. So if it's the same, just put $81 times 12. And I get it. I know what it is. Okay. And most of the time it is the same. It just jacked up my insurance policy because it's been over a year. Okay, fine.
Oh, I see.
That's all. They just raised my premium. Okay. Internet, home phone, that's normally the same. Mine is about $150 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Do that times 12. Now, if it goes up, you just tell me what money went up. Cell phone. My cell phone been exactly the same price for 5 or 10 years. It's
Yep.
the same price. Metro PCS. It ain't changed. It ain't changed none.
No.
So what is about? I think it's $100 for 4 lines. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be the same. Wireless internet. I have Verizon in wireless internet. That's about $80 a month. Okay. All right, now this might be different. Business meals at home. That's probably gonna be different every month. Business meals restaurant. That's probably gonna be different every month because you're eating at different
Right.
restaurants. Hotel. Remember, I just showed you my hotel expenses.
Yeah,
For
you did. You
That's
did.
probably gonna be different every month because some months I ain't gonna go out of town. And then travel expenses. That's the stuff. That's the money you spend when you're out of town. Like when I was in Atlanta, a friend of mine, brother died, so I bought a bunch of sympathy cards, and then I gave them some money to put. I put money in a sympathy card
Okay.
as a gift. So I actually spent. I probably gave away $300 in cash just to friends and
Okay.
family members. You know, just in sympathy because I wanted to help out the family. You know, when somebody dies, people just kind of stop working. It's a mental thing, and I get it because when somebody you really love die, you really don't want to work. You really don't want to do anything but just chill.
Right.
Well,
That's
it
true.
helps if you just gave somebody some money just to say, hey, look, take off a day or two and just relax.
Right.
Just, something I choose to do. Because I know how it is when you lose somebody you love. And then now that, now if they ain't got no insurance, you got to do the stupid GoFundMe account. And then
Yeah, they do.
family got to pitch in.
Right.
It's stressful.
Very.
But I said, now I don't just do that with people I know. Last month, somebody at church died, and I just sent them a card with money in it. He called me and said, thank you. I never met the guy in my life.
Right.
I just got to know that somebody at church died, and I gave him like $50 just because. I just know. It was his wife. His wife died. So I do a lot of gifts on a regular basis. I think every month I'm giving away at least $50 to $100 just to people, just for sympathy or just birthday cards or just gifts in general. I'm a
Right.
giver. Okay.
True. Very true.
All right, supplies. That would be paper, pen, ink, stuff like that. Seminars, if you go to them. I do seminars. I go to seminars. A lot of them are done online now. You just pay the fee online. Membership fees, I pay my econ $35, $40 a month. Being a part of my econ, business gifts. That's what I told you. We was talking about business gifts, me giving away money to family members and friends. Bad debts, that's people they didn't pay you. It happens in my business. So I do somebody tax return. They don't pay me. Okay, that happens. That's the reality. Not everybody gonna pay you. Okay.
True.
Advertising. I put out signs every month. I buy 100 signs for like $200. Advertising. Remember, I told you I put out signs. Commissions and wages that you paying people to work for you. Office rent. If I had an office and paying rent, I had one a few years ago. I was paying $400 a month. Credit card loan interest. If you have bought stuff on your credit card and you paid interest, and a lot of people are, you can write that off. Banking fees. I have business bank accounts. You got to pay a fee for that. Mine is $10. I got four business bank accounts. I pay $10 a month for, so that's $4 a month. Charitable contributions. If you donate money to church, and I go to church every Sunday, and every Sunday I use my debit card. Most of your big churches use apps. So at Sunday, when they say, hey, it's time for tithes and offerings, I just pull up the app and use my debit card and pay for my debit card.
Okay.
And then this is only if you are totally self-employed. You see where I highlighted says use only if you have significant income for your business. That means most of your income comes from your business. That's what that means.
Okay.
So what the government does is they say, look, we're not gonna let you write off your house unless you're making a whole lot of money. That's basically what they say on your taxes. So a lot of people ask me, hey Sean, I heard you can write off your house. And I'll say, yeah, but there's a catch to it. And the catch is the IRS won't let you write off a loss if you spend more money than what you make in your business, and they won't let you write off. It's called business use of home. if you have a
Mhm.
significant loss. But if you do have a lot of money like me, if you work for yourself and your only source of income is you, then yeah, you
Mhm.
write off. So with
Okay.
me, I am writing off my electric bill because I do everything at home.
Yeah.
Just lost my page. Here we go. And I'm writing off the electric bill. I'm writing off gas, but I don't have natural gas. But if I did have natural gas at home, I write that off. Mortgage, if I had mortgage, I write that off. Rent, I do pay rent. Rent is $1,800 a month. I write that off. Real estate taxes, if I did own a home, I write that off. And then home insurance, I do have that. That's about $15 a month. And if you obviously own a home, you would have homeowners insurance too, or renter's insurance. Either way, the same thing.
Yeah, I have renter's insurance.
Yep. So then bottom line, I need to know the total square foot of your home. For most people, it's like 1,500 to 3,000, depending on how big your house is. And then total square foot of your office. Most offices are 10 by 12 or 12 by 12. That's the
Okay.
size of an average room. Okay. So I went over this because it's tax time, and bottom line, people gonna be asking me about this stuff now. Not only did I just go over it on this Zoom call, if you go back to my website, we'll go back there. And now we're not gonna go over July through December because it's the same exact form, but I'll click on it so you can see it. It's the same exact form. All I did was just break it down per month to make it easy for you to do your math. But I also did a video. So if you watch the video here, the same is the same exact thing I just did with you. I just did it on a video. Walk you through it step by step. So it's easy to go, easy to fill out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, and then now here, record keeping 101. Now I talked about it, but on this video, I'll go more in depth about what records you need to keep based off of IRS rules.
Right.
And all I did was just walk through this form here. All I did was just broke down each line on the video on how to keep records. Okay. And the reason why I do this is because number one, the IRS said, and I know, and I've been hearing, I'm already dealing with people now. The IRS is stepping up their audits. They hired all these agents just so they can start auditing people. They think that's what their job. That's what they get hired to do. So I just tell people, look, and really, they're not going after the small fries. Small fries are like if you make less than $50,000, they ain't worried about you. They worried about they trying to go after people make 6 figures a year. You make $100,000 a year, you on the watch list.
Okay.
And really, what they looking for is stuff that looks odd. So, for example, if I said I spent $10,000 on travel, which, to be honest with you, I can easily spend $10,000 on travel.
Yeah.
If I put that on my return, the IRS can be like, come on down. Something about this don't sound right. I probably am telling the truth. But, if they ever audit me, okay, don't worry about it. I got receipts, I got records, I got everything.
Right.
Okay. So that's what they're going after. And then not only that, but really the one we call high income earners make, and I know because I got customers that are high income earners, they make to about $500,000 to $1 million. I got those customers. And they looking at those returns and saying, hold it now. You writing off what? Wait, come on down. Come on down. Somebody just don't look right. And they can just ask you for something simple.
Right.
So it don't matter, but bottom line, either way, you just need to be prepared. That's all. You just need to be ready. So when they call you down, you be like, hey, Sean, you know what, Sean? You told me what I need to do. Swipe my card. I'm good. I'm going to swipe my card as much as possible. And then I'm going to log in. Or, hey, if you want to use the paper version, fine. It's on here. I got it now. I can tell you right now, you print out this thing, 365 pages. Good luck with that. Hey, look, if that's what you want to do, fine, knock yourself out. But then now you got to keep this book and you better not lose it. Because if you lose it, you're in trouble. So the bottom line is there. If you want to use that, and I do have a couple customers, it's rare. I have a couple customers that still use the paper version, but come on now. We in, all this technology and all this other stuff we got. I mean, I wouldn't suggest you use the paper version, but if you want to, it's there. Knock yourself out. Okay. All right. So that's the record keeping part of the Zoom call. And I had to break that down because, like I said, people need to hear it because I know most people, because I do people taxes. I would say 90% of the people I do taxes for, they don't keep good records. They don't.
Okay.
When I ask them for records, I'm like, what you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? You know, yeah, they don't. Now, if they had to dig it up, they probably gonna have it on their bank statement.
Right.
But bottom line, that's half the battle. The rules say when you do have a business, you're supposed to keep the receipt and you got to write down, really, you're supposed to write down what you did.
Right.
They say you're supposed to keep a log. Okay. Well, guess what? Bank of America and Wells Fargo and all those other banks, they can't keep a log for you. All they're going to have is the receipt. So, for example, when I went to Atlanta, I took my cousin out to lunch. You see right there, my cousin is Essie. And I spent $25 at Burger King.
Yes.
Marketing, what was I doing? Marketing in Georgia. I was putting out signs for my cousin. There you go. And I spent cash. Here we go again. We ate again the next day. Essie, marketing in Lithonia, and she wanted to eat at Waffle House. We spent $4 at Waffle House. I spent cash. There you go. See, the bank is gonna show now. If I spent cash, there ain't gonna be no receipt for that. So now I gotta write down where I spent the money on. Now remember, anything less than $75, I don't need a receipt, but I still gotta log it in somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. And like I said, most people ain't spending $75.
No.
So then you just gotta get in the habit of writing down what you do when you do it. Okay. Like I said, it ain't fun, it ain't exciting, but you gotta do it. And like I said, they hired all these agents to step up their audits. And they going after people that's high income earners. Like I said, you make $100,000 a year, you at the bottom of the poll. But if you start making $500,000 to $1 million, oh yeah, they looking at you.
So let me ask you a question. So now where you went to lunch with Essie on the 2 days and you used cash and you plugged it into this sheet, but let's say that you didn't use cash, you used a credit card, even though you plugged it into this sheet and you would have it on the bank statement, would you have to attach the bank statement to this sheet right here?
No, not the bank statement. But remember, anything less than $75, you don't need a receipt.
You don't need a receipt. Okay.
Less than $75, you need a receipt, but you just gotta log it somewhere.
All right.
That's what get people in trouble. When you don't have a log of what you did, because the IRS don't know, okay, if you took somebody out to eat and all you have is just a receipt, they don't know if you were just partying or having fun, or they don't know.
Okay.
They don't know. So you're trying to write off your meal, but what did you do? What was business related? If you don't have it logged down somewhere, the IRS gonna say, nah, you weren't doing business, you was just having fun.
Okay.
Now you don't get the deduction.
Okay.
So when we do the My Econ calls on the first and the third Saturday, you know, they kind of go over this stuff. Sometimes they do, but bottom line, I try to remind people because I know people forget, you know.
Right.
Since it's early in the year, you got plenty of time to kind of get straight and get whatever you need to get done so that when tax time comes next year, you straight.
Right.
You know, and trust me, majority of people don't know this. They don't. They don't know this. Majority business owners, the small business owners like barbers, beauticians, the people that do Uber and Lyft. Now, one thing I will say is Uber and Lyft do a good job of keeping a track of your miles. Because when I do taxes for Uber and Lyft, they have a sheet of paper and it breaks down their expenses. They'll say online miles and offline miles. Uber does a great job of that for you. But now they're not gonna keep track of your business meals. Now, majority of the time when you picking up a stranger, you ain't eating with them. But you might have some customers, you know. You might have some customers that you know personally, and you say, hey, look, hey, I'm gonna give you a ride to somewhere, and then hey, we're gonna go out and eat. Okay, fine. That's still considered a business meal. You know? All right. So, like I said, you just gotta keep a track of your expenses. If you're gonna be in business, this is not be honest with you. If you're gonna run a legitimate business and a reputable business, you want to keep good records.
Right.
You know, you just want to make it a good habit keeping good records. That's all.
Right.
You want to know where your money going.
That's true. You do.
Okay. All right. Going back to this. So February, and we're gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
February. How was your February? Good, bad, or ugly. So
I would
let's hear
say
it from
my
you.
February was good because I bought two stocks in February. I bought the Save, which is Spirit,
Mhm,
and then I bought the MPW, which was the one Carissa talked about. So
mhm.
I bought both of those and they earned money. So I think my February was good.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
my February was good.
Hmm. And I remember when we was on the call, there was a couple stocks that you bought that almost doubled.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
Now,
didn't double, they almost doubled.
Clean Spark has gone down. When I bought Clean Spark, it was like 11 and then it went to like 19, but I think it's back down to like 10. So Clean Spark has had a dip and now it's trying to come back up.
Hmm. What's the stock?
CLSK.
Okay, here we go. It's up
Yeah,
today.
yeah, it's up today. Yeah,
Okay.
it's trying to come back. So,
Hmm. Here we go.
yeah.
And that's the one you still got.
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah. The only thing I sold it in February. No, I sold it in January. I bought the Save and then sold it. And then I bought it again in February, because we did the February month. So
Hmm.
I bought it again in February and Save is doing well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
doing well.
All right. So that's your good. What's your bad?
I didn't have any bad as far as the stocks were concerned. February was a good month for me.
All right.
Yeah, it was a good month for me.
All right. And then how about any ugly? I mean, in other words, you can't do that no more.
No. I didn't have any that I saw because they were down for a few days, but then they came back.
Hmm.
So I didn't sell anything at all. So I'm just kind of like in a holding pattern.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a holding pattern.
Good. That's good. Okay. So my good was, you know, I just stick to the my econ principles. And my
Right.
mentality is, I pay $40 a month, 35, whatever it is, they just take it out of my account.
Right.
I pay for this program to manage my money. And if I'm gonna be a leader, I'm gonna set the example. That's all. I'm like, look,
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all to do something. I need to be doing it myself. That's all.
Right.
So the first thing I do every month, and I do my little business plan, but it all still goes back to the my econ plan. So on the back office, when you join my econ, you got this cash flow strategist, and what it does is it helps you manage your money. And I
Okay.
mean, if you want to be a millionaire, you
Right.
got to learn how to manage your money.
Right.
And every month, I kind of look back and see what I did and what I didn't do. And every month, what you're supposed to do is say, yes, pat yourself on the back, did a great job. I'm proud of you. You did what you said you were going to do. Or you
Right.
say, no, you've been a bad boy. You need to stop doing that and don't do it again no more. Okay, either way,
Right.
you need to do this. You need to have this conversation with yourself or with your spouse or with somebody
Right.
and say, okay, look, this is what we're going to do differently. So now because I'm self-employed,
Mm-hmm.
do quarterly plans January through March. So this is the last month of the first quarter.
Right.
So when I started my plan, the first thing I wanted to do was to increase my income. So the question is, in the month of February, did I increase my income? Did I increase it with investing, buying and selling stocks? Did I increase it with my business, get more customers? Did I increase it doing whatever? If you working a job, did you work extra hours, overtime, or whatever it was that you said you was going to do to increase your income? Did you do it? Well,
Right.
I did great in the stock market. Oh man,
Yeah.
great. It was awesome. I mean, like I said, I looked at my statements from my investments. I
Mm-hmm.
came back from Atlanta and I did about $30, $40 in the stock market, just selling,
Okay.
buying, selling stocks.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'll take it. And then I do Forex. I
Mm-hmm.
actually did a very good job in the Forex market. I made $100 in the Forex market.
Oh, awesome.
So when you had the $100, $150 on investments, I did great.
You did great.
$50, I'll take it. I
Right.
just invested. And then the next thing was, and then the increase your income part. Now, my goal last month for my business, businesses was to make $20,000. Well, I
Mhm.
looked at my bank statement and Wells Fargo said I did 16,000. Okay.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, I can be upset, but hey, for what? I mean, I didn't do what I said I wanted to do, but hey, I'll take it, you know.
Right, right.
You know, I didn't get the 20, but I got 16. I'll take it. Thank you, Jesus.
Right.
Okay. Now, the goal again for this month is 20,000. I say, oh, what the hell? I didn't do it last month. Let's try it again.
Right.
Let's try it again. Let's see what happens. Hey, okay,
Right.
great. And then number 2, buy a new home. Well, I've been house shopping for the last 6 months.
Okay.
And the one thing that keep popping up is they keep telling me, and I went to the bank. I actually got them to pull my credit and everything last week. I said, oh, what the hell? I'm running out of time. Let's do this.
Okay.
And they said, Mr. Lattimore, your credit is good, but, you know, because you're self-employed, you got to put down a large sum of money. I was like, well, you know, my goal was to make 20,000. And, you know, before my car broke down, I had $5,000 in my bank account. I had a large sum of money. Okay, let's go. And then I knew this month I'm going to make some more. So, yeah, I
Right.
got your large sum of money. Yeah, what we got to do? I'm ready. Well, when my car broke down, it cost me $5,000 to fix the car.
Mm-mm.
And I had to get it fixed because I knew
Yeah,
I was
you
going to
did.
go back out of town. And I know
Right.
I'm going out of town again. My wife already talking about taking a cruise for a whole month and talking about going back to Jacksonville for her birthday, which is next week. And I'm
Mhm.
like, man, okay, I got to get this car fixed because I know I'm going to be on the road for a while.
Right.
I had to cough up to $5,000. Now, I could have put on a credit card, but y'all know I'm really trying to stay away from a credit card. So
Sure.
what I did was I did a little bit of both. You know how I do. I'm like, all right, well, let's do a little bit of both. I don't want to suck up all my money, but
Right.
I don't want to max out my credit cards too much. So what I did was I did half and half. So I put $2,500 on the credit card, and then I put $2,500 in cash on the car.
Okay.
All right, that's what I did. So then now, what I did was I said, all right, I didn't use $2,500 credit card, pretty much maxed out. The $3,000 credit card I maxed out. All right, great, cool.
Okay.
You know what? Now I work. We got to work this thing back down. So every
Right.
week, I started last week before I left. Every week I'm paying $200 on that credit card I maxed out. So if you got $200 times 4 weeks, I should be
That's
$800.
Yeah.
Maxed out credit card. Okay, great. On top of all other bills I got to pay for. Okay,
Wow.
so by the end of the month, that $3,000 credit card should be closer to.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. See, I said the example. You know, this is real life. This is what happens in real life.
That's true. That's
You know,
very
when you hear the crap on YouTube and people talking about they make all this money and okay, yeah, but you spend a bunch of money too. Where does it go? Life stuff happens. You know,
right.
be real. Cut the crap. That's why I tell people cut the crap. You know, we all have issues. The whole thing is how do you handle the issue?
Yeah.
That's all.
Right.
How do you handle it? That's all. Okay, so the house part. The problem I keep running across is, and now since I kind of depleted my little money that I had from my house, and I got one or two options because I'm running out of time. Either I have to save up at least $10,000 in the next 30 days, because that's what's going to cost me to buy this house, which is
Okay.
just being real. I told the realtor, look, I'm just being real. That's going to be hard.
Right.
It'll be hard. Could I do it? Yeah, it could happen, but that's going to be hard.
Right.
Or I have to delay buying a house. So what
Okay.
I told the realtor was, I said, look, you know what? I know God can do anything, but I'm just being real. Let's do all of the above. Show me rental properties. Show me owner financing. Owner financing means, hey, look, you might not have all the money, you might not have all the credit, but we can get you in the house.
Right.
So you get some stuff straight. Then show me houses I can buy.
Okay.
When I was in Alabama, Monday, I spent the whole day in Alabama. I got there at 9 o'clock. I didn't leave till 4 or 5. Looking at houses. Now, because I ain't had that much time because I was trying to get home, I can only look at rental properties. So I looked at 3 rental properties while I was in Alabama. The first one, they were doing the first one I looked at, you had to download an app to get into the house. And it took me
like a lockbox.
Yeah, it was like a lockbox. It was
Okay.
all digital.
All right.
So it took me an hour to do that, to download the app. I download the app, and what they do, they ask for your driver's license, and then you gotta take a selfie and all this other stuff. And then they charge me $12 to do that.
Wow.
Now, okay. Now I'm sitting outside of the driveway doing all this stuff. And for some reason, they send you a code once you pay for it. I never got the code. So I had to call customer service. And what happened was I ended up talking to the owner, the landlord, the owner of the building. I said, look, man, I'm sitting right here. Can you just come open the doggone door? He said, I'm sorry, but I'm not even nowhere near where you at. But hey, call customer service and they'll get you straight. So I called customer service. They ended up giving me the code. I was able to get into the house.
Okay.
The house is nice. It was a 3-bedroom, and they got like a sunroom on the back with an air conditioning unit in the back, like a hotel room.
Okay.
It was nice. So technically, it's a 4-bedroom house. And it got a big old yard plus a garage, a 3-car garage in the back.
Oh, wow.
This is nice. Now, it is old, but it was nice old.
Okay.
House was probably built in the 70s, but they kind of kept it up, and they did some upgrade, and they did some work to it. And it looks nice.
Okay.
I sat there in that house for an hour. When I got in that house, it was cold. I said, well, it's just me in here. I'm going to turn the heat on. So I turned the heat on, and it got hot. An hour, about 30 minutes later, it got hot. I was like, oh, I know the air conditioning work. I know the heat.
Right.
Okay. And then I'm just walking around taking pictures all over the house. I'm going outside taking pictures. It was a nice house. And they only want $1,100 a month for it.
Oh, wow. And that was in Alabama?
That was in Alabama.
Okay.
And then I said, well, okay, I know. All right, let me drive around the area and see what they got. 1 mile away, they got a Dollar General. They got a Food Depot. They got all these restaurants. They got all these stores. If I wanted to walk, I could walk.
Okay.
Okay. It's in the city. It's not in the woods. Now, there wasn't no sidewalks. But Bob and I can walk on the grass.
Okay.
Walk on the grass if I need to. I can ride a bike. Okay. So it fits what I'm looking for. So
Okay.
as soon as I got home, the owner's like, how do you like it? It was great. It was cool. He's like, look, I got 2 people that filled out the application. You need to get it in. And when I compare all of y'all, I'm going to see who got the best deal. I'm like, great. As soon as I get home, I fill out the app. As soon as I got home, I had to pay for the app. That was $75. Yeah, fill out the application, send all the information in. All I'm waiting on is for the decision. So I give him till Friday. I ain't gonna call him till Friday because I know he's busy. So by Friday, hopefully he'll call me back and say, hey, Mr. Lattimore, hey, we got you.
Okay.
As soon as he say, we got you, let's go. Hey, okay, now I got like a little checklist of stuff I want him to fix for me. If he say, Mr. Lattimore, you've been approved, guess what? I got the money in the bank. I got to pay first and last month rent. What's that? 1,100 times 2, which is $2,200.
2,200.
Money's in the bank. Let's go. It's time to move. All right, let's go. There you go. See, I started this plan 3 or 4 months ago. Remember around Christmas, I told y'all I was house shopping. And now, I really, oh my God, I really want to buy a house because I'm tired of this rent crap. I really am. I'm tired of renting. I'm tired of it. But it's just right now not in the plan right now. It's just not gonna work for right now. Now, hey, all that means I gotta sit still, and I'm probably gonna do a 2-year lease. It's gonna take me 2 years to save up some money.
Okay.
Get everything straight. Now, I'll probably do it less than that, but 2 years, I won't have to rush.
Right.
I won't have to rush. And guess what? The strategy, the financial strategy in me, and this is what we teach in my econ, is minimize your expenses. Well, I'm paying $1,800 a month here. We ain't even counting utilities.
That's a $700 savings right there.
We ain't counting the electric bill. We ain't counting cable, internet. We ain't counting none of that. We just the rent is $1,800. Okay. Now it's gonna cost me to move. Okay, fine. I get it. It's gonna cost some money, U-Haul and all this stuff. Okay, fine. That's only gonna be for a week or 2. Once I cover those moving expenses and the deposits you gotta make on the utilities, okay, fine. But once I do that, I'm gonna cash flow. That's what we teach. I'm gonna cash flow $500 to $1,000 a month.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna do with that $500 to $1,000 a month. Like we was talking about the refund money. Okay.
Invest it.
I'm gonna save some. I'm gonna invest some, and then I'm gonna pay some credit cards off. There you go.
Because if you take the $700 savings and you times it times 12,
Mhm.
it means you would have saved $8,400 for the year.
You go. There you go. See, this works for anybody.
Yeah.
You just got, like I said, you got to sit your butt down and work and plan. And I remember I started this in November, December of last year. You look up the calls from the Zoom calls. I was talking about buying a house for the last really 6 months.
That's very true.
Now, I really, trust me, I really want to buy because I'm tired of renting. I'm tired. Every couple of years, we got to move. You got to pack up, move. I'm tired of that. I'm like, look. So, hey, but bottom line, the whole strategy that I'm trying to run now is I don't have the money to put down. I ain't got $10,000-$15,000 to put on the house right now. I'll have it in 6 months to a year, but right now, I ain't got it. I don't. So next thing I do is just rent. I just gotta rent a little bit longer. But if I'm a rent, so my mentality now is if I'm a rent, I don't want the rent to stay the same. I want it to go down.
True.
I want it to go down. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So buy a new home is not really buying a new home. It's more like rent a new home now. That's pretty much what it is. But it's still on my to-do list. And even that costs money because I got to put down deposits.
Yeah, you do.
You know, either way, it's still, but bottom line, I already know the benefit long term is I'm gonna save.
Right.
Okay. And then remember, even if I'm doing this, I still have to pay the rent here. So not only do I have to pay the rent for the house I'm trying to move into, I still got to pay the rent here because my lease ain't up till June.
Wow.
There you go. But okay, I get it. It's gonna cost me a little more money right now, but long term, 6 months to a year from now, I'm gonna be good.
Right.
Okay. Pay off all debts, build retirement assets. That's the stock I've been doing. And then number 4, we talk about that. I'm trying to do 20,000 and get my emergency fund up. It's already at 2,000 now. I'm boosted up some more because I'm about to spend some more money when I move. So yeah, I got to keep the emergency fund up high just because I'm moving.
Right.
All right. And then bottom line, these are my debts. I have been paying off some debts, but like I said, I kind of couldn't do that last month because I had to pay all the money to get my car fixed. But guess what? You see this one right here, Capital One Tax There. That's the one I use for my car.
Okay.
I paid on that yesterday, so it was $2,700. Now it's $2,600. So I've been paying that like every 2 or 3 days. I'm paying $70 a week. Really $70 times 2 a week, or 3 if I got the money to do it. And then this Navy Federal credit card, I paid that one off last month. My goal is what I'm trying to do. I can't pay everything off. My wife was like, "Why don't you pay all of them off? You got the money." I'm like, well, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. I wish I could. Trust me, I wish I could. But hey, at least if I can do one a month, I'll take it. If I can pay off one credit card a month, I'll take it.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to pay off one a month. So last month was this Navy Federal. I think I'm gonna knock out this self-lending credit card next because it's only $500.
Okay.
And then I might knock out another $1,000 credit card. So, but bottom line, I'm just telling you the truth. You know, this is what people deal with every day.
This is true.
And if you don't sit your butt down and plan and strategize, you're gonna be in a mess. You're gonna be like, "What happened?" You manage your money.
Right.
Okay. So, bottom line, what's your plan to fix your finances? If last month was bad, and I can tell you, I had a bunch of hiccups last month. I caught the flu last month. I was down for 2 or 3 days. I had to go to the emergency room. You know how much it costs to go to the emergency room?
A lot.
Oh my God. Now I got the Obamacare, but still what they do is a few months later, they send you this stupid bill in the mail talking about you owe them $1,000. It's ridiculous. But hey, I had to go because I was sick. So I already know that bill coming, so I got to pay for that. And then when I went, I had to buy medication. The medication was $40.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah.
So now when you buy your medication, do you use the little RX card or whatever?
Yeah, you know, when I went to Walmart, they told me if I didn't use the RX, it would have been 70. I'm like,
oh.
But they said, look, we got you. We're gonna put you in this RX thing. We got it down. They got it down to like 35. Okay.
Okay.
Look, I need it. I'm sick.
Right. Okay.
So by the time I finished buying the medication, and then I had to buy orange juice. You know how much orange juice costs?
Orange juice is super expensive.
Oh Lord. And you gotta get the real orange juice with the pulp in it, because that's real orange juice.
What you pay like $5 for one carton of orange juice?
$5. Yeah. And I need that because I'm like, look, I'm sick. I need some good stuff. Don't give me that crappy stuff. I need something so I can heal. Yeah. $5 for orange juice. And then I had to buy bottled water. And then I had to buy some other stuff. I spent about a good $50 on health stuff just so I can feel better.
Wow.
Yeah. Stuff happens. This is what happens. So for a
It
couple
do.
of days, I was down. I wasn't 100%. So
Right.
that's probably why I didn't make the 20,000, because I was sick. I was sick for a whole week. I'm
Right.
still trying to recuperate. Okay. So last month wasn't the best, and my goal was to try to put out as many signs as possible. I ain't put no signs out because I was sick.
Right.
Well, guess what? This month, like I said, I went to Atlanta. I'm going. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. I'm putting out as many signs as I can. I got that done. So now I'm back on track. Let's go. And then now I'm trying to stay focused because this is the last month of the first quarter. So
Oh, the first quarter, right.
You want it to be a good month? Let's go. It's the beginning of the month. And then look, even my workout strategy. I know you said you was going to meet with James to go.
Yeah, Clarissa and I are meeting with James at noon today so that we can come up with a game plan.
There you go. So right. So then I worked out. My wife, she's back home, and she wanted to go walk at the park for about an hour. Okay, great. Now I don't do a lot of walking. I like to run. So not only did we walk at the park for an hour, I went to the gym for an hour, and I walked after I left the gym. So I literally did about 5 miles yesterday. A walk.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yes, it is. My body is so, but hey, and the reason why I did that is because when I was in Atlanta, all I was doing was eating bad food. Cheese steaks, chicken wings, McDonald's. You see what I had on my expense organizer? Waffle House, Burger King. Oh my God, I was eating shakes and burgers, all kind of. I probably gained about 5 pounds this weekend. But you know what? I told my wife, I said, look, I'm going to the gym. You come with me? Let's go. She's like, I ain't going to no gym, but we can walk. Okay, great. Let's go. So all evening yesterday from 4 to about, we left around 4 o'clock, 4 to about 6, for about 2 hours straight. All I did was walk. And then we went to the movies. So,
okay.
All right. So obviously we got a busy month this month again.
Right.
And then my suggestion to y'all is if you haven't been investing, this will probably be the last easy month for investing. That's the best way of saying it. So I would suggest you go find you some stocks and get in a couple of them. And look at this ME is still around 50 cents.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna put in the order for. I'm at least buy 100 shares. I mean, come on now. Why would I not? Why would I not buy 100 shares of that? Yeah, 50 cents. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put in the order sometime today for 50 cents and then light it by at 50 cents. I'm gonna at least get 100 shares. I can do that easily.
What is GameStop doing?
I think it's around $15. Yep.
Okay.
Remember last month when I did the example on the Monopoly thing, it was around 14.
Right. Right.
You bought it last month and held it. You done made at least 10%.
Right.
Somewhere close to it. 5 to 10%, 1 or 2. And it went up $1.30.
Yeah.
Yep. So like I said, this is really the last month for easy stock market buys. Because what's going to happen is now the first quarter is wrapped up. Now we're in the second quarter. In the first quarter, they're going to start telling the truth on everything. Oh, they laid off a million people. Okay, yeah, these million people that got jobs, they're not making the money they used to make. And trust me, the new job or the new lifestyle is 2 jobs.
Right.
That's the new lifestyle for a lot of people because they can't make enough money on the first job.
Right.
I'm coming across a lot of people that work 2 jobs. Either they work in 2 full-time jobs or they got a full-time and a part-time.
Woo.
Because they're trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people are old.
That's true. I saw a documentary the other day, and the guy lived in Florida, and he was 52 years old, He was some kind of analyst before he lost his job, and now he works at Disneyland or Disney World or whatever. And he's at the at the station where they greet them when they come in. And he first was making 725, but now he's making 850. And he said he works all day long. He puts in about 9 to 12 hours a day. And he only has one day off. I was like, oh my God. And they live in a motel. They live in a motel. And he said him and his family have been in that motel in that one room for 2 years. And I was like, wow. He said, I'm really trying, but it just seems like it's a never ending battle. I was like, oh my God.
Yes. And you do have a lot of people that live in, matter of fact, when I go to the gym, they got people living in a car. And the way you can tell people living in their car, they put up those shades.
Yes.
Put up
yes.
a shade or a shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
And then late at night, they sitting in the car because the car all fogged up. That's how you tell somebody
Right.
the car start fogging up because they turned the car off and the body heat just heating up the car.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I've heard a lot of that about the people living in a car. It's a lot of that on my YouTube. And I'd be like, oh my God. And I just thank God every day that, he's allowed me to have what I have, because it's rough out there right now.
It is. Yep.
It's very rough.
Correct. That or either trailer homes, because a lot of people can't afford rent an apartment. I heard one of the guys that I know that live here in Florida, they jacking up the rent on trailer homes. So trailer home used to be like $200 or $300 a month. It's like anybody can afford that. But now they jacking them up to $500 or $600, and these old people, they can't afford that on a fixed income.
No, they can't. They can't. No, they can't.
So you got a lot of trailer homes that are now evicting old people because they can't afford it. They get their little Social Security check for $1,000 a month. They pay their rent, they pay whatever utilities they got and food, and that's it. They broke.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, all of this stuff is starting to come out. They're gonna start. Look, they already told us 10% of people delinquent on their credit card. It's starting to come out.
They say that's a big issue. That's a really big issue. But something they said on CNBC, they said 80% of Americans are in credit card debt. That's a huge number.
Correct. Correct. And look, you see, I got credit card debt, but guess what? My philosophy is I ain't gonna have it long.
Right.
Hey, look, I know I got it. Hey, look, but bottom line, my strategy, like I said, I know how much money I'm giving away a month, and I'm not excited about that. And the only reason why I'm not choosing to pay it off right now is because I need the cash to move.
Right.
Exactly. Once I move and get situated, let's go. We're gonna knock this.
Right, but you're aware of what the credit card debt. You're aware of what you're spending because you're plugging your expenses in. So it's not like you're being blindsided. You know what you're spending, and you know what the expenses are, and you know what the credit is that you're using. So you're not being blindsided. I think a lot of these people are just not willy-nilly, but they spending because they have to, because they need to be able to have what they need. So they're using the card because that's all they have to use, and then 3 or 4 days later, when they go to calculate, they're like, oh my God, I'm in so much trouble. But they just managing to survive off of the credit.
Now, what really needs to happen is people need to really cut back on their spending. That's what really
they do. I agree.
Yeah. So, and bottom line, do you really need Netflix?
Right.
Do you really need Hulu? Do you really need that? Do you need to buy all of that other stuff? It really comes down to making those tough decisions.
It does. It's about your choice. It's like the girls and I, we decided in December that in January we would have basically a no spend month eating out. So we didn't. And then in February we ate out twice. And now in March we'll probably just not do it at all again, and then go back to eating out in April.
Okay. All right, I got to wrap up here because my screen and went out now. I don't know what's going on. We had enough fun for one day.
Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead and close out with prayer for me because, like I said, I lost my screen.
Okay, sure, no problem. Dear Lord, we come before your humble throne, thanking you for grace and mercy, thanking you for waking us up this morning with warm blood running through our veins. Lord, we thank you for the knowledge and the wisdom that you have bestowed upon Sean in order to give us answers to the questions we have about our finances. Lord, we're asking that you touch Sean from the top of his head to the sole of his feet and keep giving him wisdom and knowledge so that he can help us in the process. We're asking that you touch each and every person on the call, Lord, and watch us as we go through our day and continue to watch us as we coming in and out, going out, and let us give you all honor, glory, and praise. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. So,
Okay.
all right. Next week is my wife's birthday.
Yes, it is.
She already told me, don't be doing no call, because that's my day.
Got you. I got you.
That's my day. I was like, oh Lord. So oh
I
man.
got you.
So,
I understand.
what I'm gonna be doing next week, I'm gonna be doing something with my wife. What I don't know, but her birthday is next week, so I won't be doing no call next week. Now, I might switch it to Sunday, the following Sunday, or I
Okay.
might do one this Sunday. I don't know. I'm a little busy, but hey, I'll let y'all know. Put like that.
Okay. Yeah. Let us know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have a good one.
All right. You too, Sean. Bye bye.